I'd been wanting to make some sort of tactics XCOM inspired game for a while, and I built a prototype that was sort of a XCOM heist game. It was very stealth focused. I realized sometime into making it that I was basically trying to make Invisible Ink. It was like a turn based, get into a place, hack some stuff, defuse some traps, steal some things kind of game. And I really enjoyed the technical aspect of like designing the pathfinding algorithms and the turn systems and all that. But the game just didn't pan out. And more recently, I've been working on a board game inspired thing using the same technology. And so it's basically like XCOM, but mostly focused on melee combat. And I'm suspicious of this concept because, as far as I know, no one's ever done it before, which makes me think that it's probably just something that doesn't work. A lot of the tactics in a game like XCOM come from using cover and, the Overwatch ability, which relies on an enemy going into your line of sight and maneuvering and finding the right times to do that. And with Melee, that doesn't really come into play as much. And even when you see games like Mario Rabbids, which takes the concept and adds more Melee than usual, you're still seeing it's a vast majority of it is very, very range combat focused, even with some of like the shorter range weapons and the ability to actually do melee attacks as a larger part of your playstyle. But I just got it kind of sort of working, and I feel like it's a concept which works. So here, if I move to a green square, I can still use one of my special abilities. If I move to a yellow square, it consumes my entire turn. And if I use an ability, I negate my ability to move. So even if I don't move at all, if I use like my heal buff, it won't allow me to move after that. So very, very sort of XCOM rules. And if I move here, I believe that would be safe from the enemy, and I can do a range attack and kill him. So my game does have some range combat, but it's very melee focused. Currently, all the enemies are melee based. And so you end up, I don't think, it's supposed to be green or red. I don't know what white means, but I don't think that, maybe I do have line of sight. So maybe I go, I don't want to get hit by the red guy. He's like, does extra damage. But he can't move very far, so I think I can range attack. Oh, range attack this guy. I don't have a system in place yet to choose who you attack, so just basically completely random. And I think I'm going to send this guy up here to start fighting that monster. So now I'm surrounded. I'm going to definitely melee with this guy. He successfully attacked the red guy. Now he's going to he might die this turn. And this guy can do a range attack. Yeah, that guy's dead. I do melee attack on this guy. He, thank God, I think missed. No, he did not miss. He was just waiting his turn. 3, so I think I can kill that guy, kill this guy. Yeah, we win. And then can try to range attack this guy. He cannot hit us, and then we can get him. So it's reasonably engaging even in this super simple format. Definitely, like at the end there, I sort of just hit a stage where I just kind of won automatically. I did enough damage every turn to defeat all the enemies. But I think that's the vibe that you want, because if you're not beating an enemy on your turn, you're just getting hit until I add some sort of like block abilities and something like that. So you really you want to be basically sort of similar to like a feel of Mario v. Rabbids, where in Mario v. Rabbids, or Mario and Rabbids, the Mario Rabbid XCOM clone, you're setting yourself up to burst down enemies. Like, since you have melee abilities, a lot of times you'll deliberately get in close and you'll set up a turn where you're like, I can use 2 of my guys to just completely murder this enemy. And the fact that they're maybe a little bit exposed because of that doesn't matter, because he dies. So I think that's what this is sort of going to feel like. Sort of like at the end there, when I had set up everything to where I could kill one guy. By the time the next guy got to me, I had my melee ability ready. And then it just kind of all falls into place. And I think once I have more complex enemies, or maybe like, there's enemy spawners where like you have to kill them or you're going to get overrun with basic enemies. There's maybe some enemies with some simple range attacks, so you actually have to use cover and navigate a little bit more carefully. And then, once I start to implement some defensive abilities, I think it could really come and be fleshed out into like a really interesting concept. And I think that's it for this little devlog. I will probably make some more as I continue to flesh out this concept and see if it's a thing that will be fun. But I was definitely pretty happy. It felt satisfying the first time I beat it, which I feel like is a good indicator that there's something to this concept. I've definitely made prototypes before where I did not care. That's it for this one.